We are here to film Peel and Reverse. Our contestants are,
Matthew Essick, Stephen Morgan.
and my assistant is,
Bob Van Tassel.
and I'm Howard Sosin. In this game, you have one clip, and we'll show you the court in a minute, but you'll see that there's a blue clip and a red clip. So blue and black have one clip, red and yellow have a single clip. And your objective is to move that clip from hoop 1 to the peg and then peg out 2 balls for the win. But before you do that, you have to accumulate 3 peels for the team. And those will be done PTs, as we call them. What you start out with is a 1 completed PT, because we give it to you, and I'll explain why, and then 1 that is not done that you can work on. So let's get the board set up, and then we'll explain what's on it. Can I give this to you while I do the board?
Absolutely.
Okay. So this is going to be Steve's. I'll explain these. Okay, Steve is playing blue and black. I'll explain what these symbols are. You have that, Bob? Sorry.
Yep.
Okay. And Matthew will be playing red and yellow. Steve's current, not finished, peeling hoop is 1. When it's done and moved over to this side, so these are done, Matthew will be able to reverse it by putting one of Steve's balls back through hoop 8. So you notice it's the same hoop in the opposite direction. Matthew's current hoop is 5, and obviously the reversal is 12. We're giving each 1 completed, done PT as we call it, because you can begin to reverse on the first turn, and if there are no completed, done PTs, then there are no reversals. So, especially for the first team, it's not fair, and so we decided to give 1 completed. So, when Steve comes on the lawn, he will be for hoop 1. He gets only 4 hoops a turn. Okay? If he can make fewer, he can make 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 with the striker ball. There's a way to make an extra hoop, which I'll explain in a minute. So he's trying to progress his clip from hoop 1 to hoop 5, running a normal AC break. And along the way, he'd like to peel his partner ball at hoop 1. If so, this will become a done PT. It'll move from current to done, and we'll draw another random block and put it up here. He needs to accumulate 3 of those. You can't accumulate more. So when you have 3 done, you have no current, and that can happen early in the game. But then Matthew comes back on and reverses 1 or 2 of those, and suddenly Steve would need another current. To make sure this game finishes, each team can reverse only 3 times. Okay? And we'll keep track of how many of reversals are available by these letters. The colors are significant. The letters aren't. It's what I could find in the children's toy store. So that's the basic game. Each player can play either ball. It's AC rules. That ball will progress the single team clip, but a maximum of 4 hoops. One last thing that comes from the game of Peel Croquet is the idea of leaping or advancing your own clip. Okay, so these peels take place while Steve is running his break. In addition, Steve can try to advance his own clip an extra hoop, and we'll show you that when indeed it happens. But in particular, he would be peeling his partner at the hoop he was then for and going to the next hoop. And that allows him to earn a 5th or even a 6th hoop during a turn. It's not a common event, but it can happen. In addition, once Steve runs his 4 hoops successfully, let's say, his clip would be on hoop 5. Matthew can peel one of Steve's balls at hoop 9, which would reverse the successful peel at hoop, successful hoop that Steve made at hoop 4 and move his clip from 5 back to 4. And the reason moving clips back matters is that you can possibly finish this game in 3 turns. You need 3 completed, done PTs. You need to advance your clip to hoop 12. If you have 4 hoops a turn, well, you can just get there. But if you're getting there easily, then your opponent may want to impede your progress. So we'll see that as it happens. Okay, gentlemen, mount your horses. Okay, so we're about to start the game. Cameraman is scanning the court, and you'll see the 4 balls, blue, red, black, and yellow, are in particular positions out on the lawn. These are their, what I call their home bases. So if you imagine the inner rectangle formed by hoop 1, 2, 3, 4, now enlarge that by 1 yard on all sides, and you have what I call the augmented rectangle. Blue is 8 yards from the southwest corner. Red is 8 yards from the northwest corner, similarly with blue and black. During play of a turn, one important thing we haven't mentioned, every turn begins with a lift to position, means you can pick it up and have a rush, and any ball that ends the turn outside of the augmented box can, at the option of the next player, be moved back to its home base. With that introduction, Steve, pick a ball and let's see what happens. So Steve can play either blue or black. Let's sit down for now, right? Yeah, and then maybe, yeah, on the ground, I think, would be the best. Yeah, I'd put those back in here. Trying not to let anything blow away. Yeah. All right, so you're filming, right? Yes. So Steve has chosen black, took him from his home base, and takes a rush, a lift a position on yellow. Now, if you remember, Steve wants to peel at hoop 1, and he can also reverse Matthew at hoop 1. So he establishes a pioneer at 2. So there are lots of things going on at hoop 1. Peel, a reverse, and a need to make. Okay. So Steve rushes blue to hoop 1. And I think he's going to try to peel blue after he makes 1, which would complete his current PT. Okay. Comes through nicely. Should be able to rush blue back. Attempt the peel, going to red. Oh, great shot. Had he not come through the way he wanted to, he could have gone to red first and used red to get to blue. Then he'd have to peel going to yellow. So this is probably an easier peel going to red. So Steve has consumed one of his 4 hoops, and he's picked up his clip. Excellent. Okay, we're going to stop play right here for 1 second because Bob and I need to adjust the board. I'm going to give the microphone to...
We are drawing another number here for Steve. He's just finished the peel at 1, and so the number is hoop 11. And so 1 becomes completed. So 1 is moved to the right side of the column here, and hoop number 11 will be moved to Steve's new peeling hoop.
Excellent. Steve, continue. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
So Steve can do this as much as he can within his 4-hoop limit. Okay. And he could also decide to leave red here, come back and peel him, or hit it up there and come back. Yeah, I think he's going to send red back. Well, he's got to get to yellow and make the hoop, right? And then...
So it's interesting in the first turn because it depends on each person's opinion on what they value more. Getting a lot of peels in the first turn is great, but what that does is it allows your opponent to have the ability to do so many variations of a reversal on their first turn. So Steve's got 1 peel, which allows him to have 2 completed, and the question is, does he want to get a 3rd on this turn, or does he want to worry about advancing himself by peeling his ball, partner ball, through one of his first 4 hoops? That way he can advance his clip to hoop 6 as opposed to hoop 5. We'll see what Steve values here, but I think that's something he might try to go for.
And although players may feel an urgency to get peels done, remember you only need 3. And you can't accumulate more. So you also have to get hoops done. If you don't get you break down because you try fancy peels, you won't finish at the same rate that your opponent is playing. So Steve makes hoop 2. Remember, he can only make 4 hoops unless he does the progress peel that Matthew was talking about. And we'll see that happen and explain it at that time. So Steve's current peeling hoop is 11. The 1 reversal opportunity he has is at hoop 1. And he needs to get to hoop 3 to continue his break with blue. He's had red, right? Hadn't he?
He has not had.
Oh, he's not had red. Okay, then he didn't need blue to 3. He needs blue to... He's sending blue toward 11 for his peel, of course. Yeah, so he's actually going to try to jaws it or peel it going to red. Misses. But the important thing here, of course, was to maintain the break. So how would you organize the next peel?
Well, one thing that definitely needs to be addressed is you can complete peels after you've made your 4 hoops. So after you've scored hoop 4, you still have the ability to rotate all 3 balls, 7 shots to rotate all 3 balls and accomplish as much as you can during those 7 shots. And so Steve is going to try to peel blue on the way to yellow, I assume. And even if he doesn't get it, it gives him the opportunity to score 4, come back to blue and revisit it, and hopefully get a chance to peel it then.
The one issue with peeling after the last hoop of your 4 is that you have no opportunity to go back and adjust it. And if you leave peely just barely coming through a hoop, then it's easy to reverse. So getting peels done early in a turn is advantageous, and then perhaps focusing on reversals later in the turn. So where would you send red?
I believe that I would send red as an extra escape for this peel on blue. So he's going to go for the peel on blue on the way to yellow, and if he's not able to accomplish it, then putting red there is a safety net. Let's put it that way. It allows him to get a second opportunity after he's made hoop 4.
He's completed. Oh, where his first one is?
Yeah.
5. Okay. All right. So Steve came over to look at the board because he wants to know that Matthew's first peeling hoop, thank you, is hoop 5. And so he'd like to keep balls away from hoop 5. But hoop 5 is also a special hoop here too if he wants to advance his clip. So there's all sorts of risk and return. All right, back to the court, please. Thank you. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. I didn't get the board. It's fine. It's all good. Now, Steve can also, as he's doing, leave red there. And remember, balls that are outside of the augmented box, which is 1 yard bigger than the box people are familiar with, hoop 1, 2, 3, 4, get moved or can be moved back to their home bases. But like red is within inches of hoop 3, it cannot be moved. It can be lifted, but it cannot be moved to home base before lifting. All right. So Steve will probably just move blue over. Oof. That's good. That was a good rush. So Matthew, you were commenting on how there are peels everywhere and an awful lot of peel going tos.
What's that? Oh, yes. One thing about this game is you're peeling in so many different directions in AC, standard AC rules. You have a set pattern that you've kind of developed, and it's pretty standard. Whereas in this game, peeling going to different places is unlimited. There's so many options available. And there's Steve. Very good effort, but looks like he didn't play enough draw, and it hit the near post.
Rush down here.
Oh, the rush! Yeah, the roll was great. Striker ball was a very good shot. He is in good position, and fortunately, blue hung close to the hoop, which allows him, if he wants, after this hoop, he still has, like we had mentioned before, 7 shots. He can't score another hoop, but he can hit each ball one more time, which will allow him to hopefully get that peel on blue. And like Howard had mentioned, not only does he want to peel it, but if he can peel it with some velocity, that blue ball will not be near that hoop, which will make the reversal a little bit more difficult. And Steve scores the hoop to the boundary to provide himself a rush down court to the north side of the lawn, and that is his last hoop. So he has no more hoops to score, but once again, he is alive on all 3 balls and allows him the opportunity to roquet each one. And so now the question becomes, how can you finish your turn by achieving the peel that he's going for, but also where do you want to leave the balls, knowing your opponent's peeling hoop, knowing which hoops that you can have reversed, and it provides a really interesting part of this game. The leaves are tricky. It's hard to put your opponents in a place where it's extremely difficult for them to get going.
But what we've discovered so far is putting balls like red very close to hoops certainly impedes progress. But the game is intentionally one of offense. You can play some defense, but your real defense is your reversals. So Steve is worrying about the fact that Matthew's first hoop is hoop 1. Matthew's first peeling hoop is hoop 5, which conveniently happens after 4, which might be the time that Matthew does it. We'll see. So Steven's debating where to put yellow and whether he's going to go to red, but he's definitely going to go to blue and try the peel. A good turn is 4 hoops and a peel or reversal. A great turn is 4 hoops and more than one peeling event. And remember, Matthew will choose red or yellow with a lift to position. Right now, Steven will probably leave red there, is my guess, and take off to blue, south of blue, rush it north, try the peel, and you can also scatter peel. So if he were to rush this over, take off to blue, rush blue north, and blue jawses, if he has the ability, he can use a scatter shot and get credit for the peel. That's a great rush, or takeoff, sorry. So he's got a choice here, to peel firmly, or to try to jaws it and then scatter peel. We'll see what he does. It also depends on the mounds around the hoop. If it's flat, I suspect he would be jawsing it. Given all the mounds on these lawns, it's tough. But he doesn't have to get it. If he doesn't get it, there's sort of no harm, no foul. He jawses perfectly. Now we can do the scatter peel. And his turn ends. We will modify the board. So please come over here while Matthew gets organized. So Matthew, wait till we modify the board, okay? Okay. You mind? Okay, so what did Steve do? Steve just peeled at 11. So this now becomes a completed. Okay? Steven now has 3 completed. Okay? He does not add another current. Okay. His clip is on hoop 5. About to put your clip on 5, please, off your hat. On your hat. And Matthew will take over. Now, Matthew can reverse Steve at Steve had peels at 4, which we gave him to begin with. 1 and 11, which he did this turn. All 3 of these can be reversed at the hoops in orange. So we'll see what Matthew chooses to do. Meanwhile, Matthew's clip is on hoop 1. He wants to make 4 hoops, and he needs to peel at hoop 5. Okay. Matthew, it's all yours.
Make sure he gets a video of me resetting the ball.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Okay.
All 3 balls back and play red.
Okay, so hold on just a sec. So Matthew comes on the lawn, and he looks around, and he said, black, blue, and yellow are outside the augmented box. He has the right to move any or all of them back to their home bases. So there's a little golf clip that's blue. Go ahead, Steve. Go ahead, Matthew. Thank you for doing that. That he's going to go put blue on. It's 1 yard west of the hoop 1-2 line. He's going to also move black. The only ball he can't move is red, but he can use red by picking it up, because remember, he also has a lift to position. So he's going to put black on. We used a white golf clip because I couldn't find black. It's hard to see on the lawn anyway. And now he's going to put the yellow ball on the yellow clip. And this happens every turn. You have the right to put balls back on their home bases. And even if you put a ball on its home base, you can then choose it as the ball you use as a lift to position. But in this case, he wants to see the board. Okay. Then let's show it to Steve, and let's decide. You can film. You're filming Matthew now, but we'll discuss what Matthew might be doing. You want to think about it, or you want me to try it?
Well, the first thing is I'm just a little bit disappointed that I didn't get yellow within the yard line. That was really the only, that was the mistake that I was most disappointed with. Other than that, I like the turn.
You mind? I'm not even sure what I would do.
Well, I have a feeling that he's going to prioritize trying to get me back through a hoop, because that would extend the number of turns it would take for me to finish. So I think that could be one thing he's looking to do this turn.
And that's hoop 9 right here. So he's rushed black.
Yeah, unsurprisingly.
Right now.
And I think that's one of the big advantages to going second, is that you have this option, whereas the player 1 does not. So that's one.
That's not true, because you have a reversal.
Oh, no, but I don't have the opportunity to put him back through a hoop.
Yes, you do.
To reverse appeal, not to cause him to have to score more hoops. Yeah. So the number of turns, therefore, is extended. So I think this might be a pretty standard decision when playing turn 2, is to try to. Oh, I can't see because of the board. I'm sorry, but it's okay. It's okay. He'll get another chance at it. Other than that, I prioritized peeling my own ball as opposed to doing reverse peels, because you only have 3 of them, so you can focus on that later in the game, is one thing that I'm thinking. I still have only, this is the second time I've played this game, so I haven't thought too much about it. But let's see. So Matthew has to peel 5. Looks like that'll take a couple shots to get it set up.
So for the moment, Matthew's trying to establish his break, because you have to run a break in order to do the peels. So he's used all 3 balls. Okay. But remember, Matthew could also reverse blue at 8.
Looks like he's trying to do that, yeah.
So he can make 1, reverse blue at 8, and then use yellow to make 2.
I was hoping he would try this only because it made the break more difficult.
Well, he's.
I thought there was better reason to try and reverse.
And he actually is not doing it. That's interesting.
Might be.
Oh, I guess he is. Okay. Yeah, a little longer. He wanted to space it out. Okay, so he's trying the reversal at hoop 8. If he's successful, that completed or done PT for Steve just comes off the board. Yeah. There it goes. Okay. So please stop for 1 second, Matthew. Okay. So Matthew just used up one of his reversals. There were only 3, and this hoop is never to be used again. We don't get another one because you only get them. Oh, yes, we do. Sorry. Steven now has only 2 completed, so he has to have a current. And that'll be, Bob, I'll hold this for the moment. Please get out hoop 6. Thank you. Matthew, continue. So Matthew's made hoop 1. He succeeded in doing a reversal right after 1. He actually tried an additional reversal before 1. And now he needs to get to hoop 2 of his break. Why is he leaving yellow there?
I imagine it's for a peel. I don't remember what the hoop is. Oh, that's his peeling hoop. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So, important rush coming.
I'm more interested in seeing him make 2.
Yes. I think he's more interested in making 2 right now.
Yeah, this will be good. This will be fun. Bit of an adventure.
Here comes an important roll shot. Matthew turns his hat around.
Nice shot.
Great shot. Routine. Still a hoop shot, though. Gets it. No problem. 2 hoops out of 4 done.
So let's see.
So now he needs to find a way to hoop 3 and bring blue back into the
I'm
play.
sure he doesn't want it to bring yellow down to 3, but might be the case. We'll see.
It wouldn't be bad because he can still do it after
Yeah,
4. So I think I would try to get blue or black to 4.
Might be blue.
Mm-hmm. And then use yellow to go make 3. And then bring yellow back down here for the peel. And then still have a reversal opportunity at 9. Let's see if all that happens. So he's, so far he's,
Yeah, very interesting.
he's
Didn't expect that.
skipped.
Definitely not afraid of long rushes to his hoop.
Yeah. Okay, he's using blue to get to 3.
Oh wow, going for the peel. Quite the showman.
What would that do?
He's attempting the peel. And then to get a rush.
Matthew, I'm sorry, can I interrupt you?
Yes.
You don't have. Oh, you're trying to peel at 5.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. Forgive me.
See what the rush looks like.
All right, big rush.
Well, he's shown the ability to roll up from just about anywhere, so. Oh, okay. Gotta hit first.
Okay. So, Matthew's turn ends with his clip-on 3. Let's just show the board again. The clip will be on the lawn. Matthew, as we know, completed a reversal, but he did not do a peel, and he broke down after 2 hoops. Steven takes over, and what are you thinking, Steven?
Let me see. First, so my peeling hoop is 6. I think that I'll try to arrange that peel as I get closer to that hoop. So run 5 and try to set up the peel at 6.
Which would be sort of like the
Yeah. That was a rather fortunate choice. Okay. Gotta get the.
Look at reversing him at 1.
I got a ball at my hoop. Will I reverse him at 1? I don't think it's gonna quite be a priority just yet because I just want to make some hoops and get some peels.
Okay. Go do your job.
Yeah.
All right, so Steven. Okay, so Steven once again comes out on the lawn, and the first thing he can do is put balls back to their home bases. Blue and red are subject to being moved. Yellow and black are within the augmented box. So Steven moves red back. He could move blue back if he wants to.
I think he's going to play blue due to black and yellow being so close to
Right.
5. It seems as if he's going to play blue because black and yellow are so close to hoop 5, and he can start his turn by rushing red and now have all 4 balls right around his hoop, which allows for so many options. And I'm not sure, what is his peeling hoop again? I believe it is... Steven's peeling hoop is 6. So he has plenty of options here. It's perfect right in the middle of his next 4 hoops. And so that's one thing that Howard might have mentioned this while I was out on the lawn. But one thing that plays a big part into this is the breaks and not breaks of whether your peeling hoop is within your 4 hoops you're about to run. So Steven is about to run hoop 5, 6, 7, and 8. And it can make it very difficult if your peeling hoop is on the entire opposite side of the lawn. Whereas if your peeling hoop is within those 4 hoops, I'm not saying it makes it easier. It just allows you to not really deviate from your traditional break and run back peels. So it allows for a lot more options that way.
But in order to peel partner at 6, you got to get him there.
Of course.
And so that Steve's going to rush black back, sorry, and send him up there. I would have sent it a little deeper.
Something very cool here that he might try, or that would be really cool to try, is advancing himself. He could try a peel hoop 5 with black. He has an escape here with yellow. And play for the rush down to 6 if it goes through. If it does not, he has very, very good options to cannon. So Steve decided not to play that play, but it's always an option in this game to try and advance your clip more than that 4 hoops that you're allotted.
So had Steve peeled black at his team clip hoop, the team clip would be advanced from 5 to 6. That's what Matthew was saying. But he wouldn't be clean on any new balls. But he happened to have yellow right there and red as the pioneer at 6. So it would have allowed him to make 5 hoops this turn instead of 4. But Steven is pretty content with where he is. So if you break down, say, on your 3rd hoop, that strategy lets you catch it back up to the 4 hoops per turn. So yellow to 7?
It looks that way. Steven's going to really prioritize making sure he makes his 4 hoops here, which makes plenty of sense due to the fact that I was only able to make 2 hoops. So he feels like he has a pretty solid lead, and because of that, allows him to kind of be passive. Let's put it that way. He only has 1 more peel to get. He doesn't even have to do the peel on this turn if he doesn't want to, but it's so perfectly set up with where he's put black and red that I think he's definitely going to give it a go. Especially because I only have 2 reversals left. He's going to try to force me to use those. That way when he gets towards the end, I have a lot less options to reverse him.
So this is a classic back peel. Makes 6, puts black right around the stanchion, and rushes black back for the peel, and he can peel going to red. little too much cut. It may jaws, I don't know. We'll see. Or he may just adjust it going to red. I think he's going to try it. Yep. So he leaves it there. Now, having opponent at hoop 8, which is in his break, it's also a reversal hoop, hoop 1. He's going to send red back to be the escape to 8. He really wants this peel. And he'll come back and try it after 7, using red as the escape to 8. Sets up at 7. His third hoop hits yellow. So he's ball in hand. And he's going to black. But the big deal is the escape to 8 with red. He doesn't want to break down here and give Matthew 1 hoop back. But he'd like to get this peel done too. Put real pressure on Matthew to reverse. Oh, that's a nice shot. And even if he jaws is here, it's not awful. Checking out the rush to 8. Big deal is give blue a good rush to 8. Steven, through or not? Okay, so stop for a second.
He doesn't get another peel hoop though, right?
No. No.
Just need to move there.
Yeah. So, tell us when you're ready. Okay, so Steven got the peel at 6, which once again gives him a third. Completed, done PTs. So he does not get a new current. He is now for hoop 8, and we will continue. Thank you, Bob. I think he wished he cut it a little more, but he was moving as he hit it, right? The classic sin.
That's right.
Because moving changes your shoulders, which changes every bit of your alignment.
That's right.
What's cool is that even you good players do that.
Sometimes it works out. So he has made 5, 6, 7. This will be his last hoop that he's allowed to make. And he's got 1 peel on this turn. So he's back to where he was prior to great shot.
But if he doesn't make this peel, notice where black is. Black is immediately reversible by Matthew. It'll cost a reversal, but it's a sure thing. It's a good shot. Steven wanted to make this because he wants to go move black.
Yep. So see, Steven was a little upset there just because of he knows he needs to get that black ball out of that hoop, and because of that, he wanted a down court rush, a northern rush towards where black is at. But because of the hoop grabbing just a little bit of catching a little bit too much wire, he now has to decide, okay, where do you take off? Do you roll? And he's now looking at the board trying to figure out.
Yes.
He's now deciding, okay, where can I put this red ball that will make it hard for
Yes.
where can I put this red ball that'll make it hard for a reversal, but also
You can try the reverse right now.
oh, he's going to go for the reverse right now.
Reversing hoop.
I
He's gonna
see.
reverse, probably going up to yellow.
Yep.
And then moving.
And try to move black. That's right.
This would be the
This is a
draw.
this is an unbelievable
All right. As long as he gets beyond black, he's happy.
That's right. So he looks like he's beyond black. He's fine. The question is now, is red within that yard?
Steve, is red within the 1 yard?
I believe it is. Steven
Okay.
says it is, so that's
Dramatically
great.
affects the lead.
Completely. That dramatically affects the leave. So now red and yellow are both within that 1 yard, which means red and yellow will both have to stay, and I will have the choice to pick up either ball, but the other one cannot be sent back to its home base due to it being within the 1 yard of the outer box, or inner box, I should say.
Now, just for fun, if Steven happened to rush black back through, he would reverse his own peel, which would not make him happy. But he didn't do it.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I was typing it back.
That was just a prompt.
One question that someone viewing might be asking is, what are the characteristics of a good leave? What makes a good leave in this game? And you want to obviously take a look at the scoreboard and know what hoops your opponent has a chance to peel, has a chance to reverse, but also because of the inner box, you want to try to have all 4 balls within the inner box if possible.
The augmented box.
The 1 yard box outside the hoop lines, and that is so powerful because it allows you to keep the balls where they're at as opposed to them being sent back to their home base. And the home base for all 4 balls is in such a neutral location that if you can send a ball back to home base, it allows for so many options due to the ball being in the middle of the lawn. So regardless of the fact, even if all 4 balls are inside the box, it is really difficult to stymie your opponent, let's say. It's hard to put your opponent in a situation where they can't come up with a way to make hoops or get a peel. You can make it a little bit more difficult.
Is it good to leave them in the jaws?
Yes.
It can be. But Bob was asking, is it good to leave them in the jaws? Stephen has a question. Yes, it's even better to put it around the stanchion. What's the question, Stephen?
I think I hit yellow and then took I don't think I took yellow. I think I did.
Oh. What did you do then?
I think I rushed it and then just took a continuation shot without actually doing anything.
So what do we do? Shall we have you take the croquet shot?
Honestly, it's fine. I'll make it.
Are you okay with this, Matthew? Okay. All right, here we go.
One of those weird- Unless you want the video to look more like
No, this is fine. Okay, so
I would have taken croquet and made it racing.
all right, so Matthew, come look at this with us if you don't mind.
Absolutely.
So Stephen has played 2 turns. He's run 8 hoops. You only need 12, and you only need 3 completed peels, and he's got them. So if Matthew doesn't intercede, it looks pretty easy for Stephen to run 4 hoops, 9, 10, 11, 12, and peg out.
That's right.
So Matthew's job is to use the 2 reversals that he still has left to make it now, if he only does one, then Steven has to come on 4 hoops, 1 peel, and a peg out.
That's right.
Okay, it's still a job. Okay, but if he's got to do 2 peels and a peg out, it becomes a much bigger job.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see what Matthew decides to do. Good turn.
Thank you. Really wasn't sure what type of leave I wanted to make, but I know that I wanted to make it more difficult for him to do reverse peels. So I wanted to get everything away from the hoops that I'd peeled.
Let's be clear. The reversing hoops are 9, 11, and 6. Now, 11 and 6 are very interesting because they're the same physical hoop.
Yeah.
So it's possible, and I would focus on that if I were Matthew, of going peel, peel, right there, reverse, reverse.
Yeah, that's his 4th hoop, so he'll probably be able to do a lot there.
Okay.
We'll see. I think, still has to get a break together. I suspect he'll lift yellow.
So if Matthew succeeds with nothing except making hoops, Steve is in a very dominant position, should finish and end the game. If Matthew can get 2 reversals, then Steven might not be able to finish in the 3rd turn, which was his real advantage because Matthew broke down.
Well, another thing I was focusing on is if I can just keep getting the peels and then he'll run out of reversals eventually. That was another thing I was thinking. So we'll see how that works out. At least I made him think.
So what would you do here, Steven?
Oh gosh, hold on. I would also need to think. I would really focus. I think it's very important in this game not to fall significantly behind in hoops. So I really actually, my first thought really would just be making hoop 3, and then.
I counter that with the notion that if you can't finish in 3 turns, then being behind a little bit in hoops doesn't matter. Okay? The power that you have right now is the ability to finish in 3 turns when he can't.
Yeah, I understand that. But because he's behind in hoops, I know that I at least have 2 turns to finish because he can't finish in 2 turns. Is that right? Yeah. So actually, that would perhaps give me 3. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, so he's still trying to get the break established.
Yeah. Looks like he's really thinking about, and this would be the most important thing for his turn, is to get me back through one of the hoops so that he could at least postpone, so he could delay me finishing in 1 turn.
But he's for 3, so 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
I'm not quite sure why he sent blue to...
That's so he can get me back through 8.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
Matthew is thinking of a regressing peel.
Yeah.
All right. That's a good shot. Because if Matthew can move Steve's clip from 9 back to 8, okay, by peeling him at 1, because remember he made 8, you move the clip to 9, but the reversal of making 8 is hoop 1. Then Steve would need 5 hoops.
So perhaps 1 turn, but if I could get one of those, clip advancing peels, we'll see. It would also be difficult to do that and the peg out, so I'm most likely 2 turns.
So, all right, Matthew has started his break. Next hoop is hoop 4. He'd wish to have a rush on red.
And is his peeling hoop still 5, I believe? So he'll get this up to 5, I bet.
Yeah, his peeling hoop is 5.
I think he's going to be rushing black down to 1 and then using blue as an escape to 4. I think he'll be rushing black down to 1 and then using blue as an escape to 4. Perhaps trying to get the peel in the process.
So remember, Matthew's peeling hoop is 5, so he was trying to get red to 5. Didn't quite. And as Steven said, he's going to rush black over.
I think the only one thing I'm seeing here is the amount of effort he's taking to peel this through to peel me back through 1 is going to perhaps slow down the progress at 6, but I'm not sure yet.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's a clever strategy, though.
I think it's necessary. I think it's necessary because you really don't want to have the opponent have to do 1 peel and 4 hoops to win. So it's more important to get me back a hoop.
And peg out. Don't forget that the peg out's got to be done. Oh, yes.
Oh, but wait. Yeah, good shot.
Okay, so now, notice that Matthew is walking over. Steve's clip was on 9. But by peeling one of Steve's balls at 1, he reversed the making of 8. So the clip goes back to being on 8. Now he needs to go make hoop 3.
Looks pretty good.
That's a good shot. Okay, now he'll begin thinking of...
Well, I think the peel at 5 is next. Again, I think it's important. Well, it's this is just my thought, but saving some of those reverse peels seems to be you can worry about those later because you only get 3. Ooh, that was close.
Okay, so we started on 3. He's made 3 and 4. He definitely is going to... Remember, one of the reversing hoops is 9. He can reverse it right now.
Oh, great.
Good job. Can we stop for 1 second, please? Okay, so Matthew just reversed Steven. So this comes off, never to be used again. Okay, but Steven now needs, you want to draw one for yourself, please, Steven? A current peeling hoop, because he's down to 2.
So we got 9.
Fine. Okay. So he'll have to move that ball, otherwise.
Well, yeah, he will anyways. And that was his second reverse peel?
That was his. Yes, thank you. He has only one more reversal he can do. All right, back to the ball game. Is he going to black? He's going to black. He's going to black.
I thought he'd already had. No, you're right. He'd made 4.
Yeah. He made 4.
Yeah.
He wanted to get.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I think he wanted to just rush that. I think his plan was to rush that to the boundary so he could croquet it back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it up at 6.
Yeah. No. I think he wanted to come back to 5 because that's one of his peeling hoops. So he was going to. But see how he's still prioritizing.
Has he had black or not? No.
No,
okay.
he's not.
Fine.
No,
Okay.
no.
Fine.
But I was just thinking he just wanted to rush right over there so he could. He accomplished the same thing basically. Just not as good a red.
All right. So he's still trying to make 5. He's
Make
used
5. You wanted to be able to hit red first, put it in peeling position, and then use black or blue as an escape.
as his own peeling. As his own peeling. loop.
Right.
So he was then prioritizing his own peel as opposed to a reversal.
Well, he only has one more reversal, so you might want to save that one.
Had he been able to peel red at 5, he would have had a choice of using that to advance his clip or to do the peel.
Yeah.
And since he didn't have anything at 6, I suspect he would have taken the peel.
You might still try the peel here. You can send black. Nope. We'll see.
All right, 3, 4, 5. He has one more hoop. He'd like to get blue and black over to 6 for the 6 and 11 play.
Don't think that's we'll see. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I think he's thinking about his peel still.
Right, he's going to try this peel. What the hell, if you will.
I think what you're saying is true because he could peel 6 as well. I think it'd be best to skip this one, but perhaps.
He needs them all.
Yeah, fair enough. But you could peel 5 on your next turn, go into 3 back or 2 back. You could see that one being a little easier. Has not had black. Has he had black?
He hasn't had anything yet. He had or black or blue.
Oh, just made 5. Yeah, sorry.
Just made 5. So how do you get to 6 nicely and get both balls there?
Well, I was gonna need a rush. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Great shot. So unless we're seriously missing something, black goes to the hoop that houses 6 and 11, going to blue.
If he can get it there, I'm not sure if that's I think he might be able to.
But he can get it close enough.
Close enough for sure. Yeah.
But he wants the rush on blue.
Looks like it's going more towards the center.
So that's being smart and
Just prioritizing the break.
right towards.
Yep.
The beauty is that after making this hoop, he can peel blue either way.
Get the reverse peel.
Either way and get a reversal. Remember, you made 6 and 11, which are now reversing each other.
Mm-hmm.
If you were really gutsy, he'd straight peel blue right now, make the hoop, and then reverse it right then. Let's see if he tries that. No. Okay. So he's happy with 1.
Yeah, and he only has one more reverse peel, so.
Oh, he only has 1 more, so he can't do 2. Okay.
Well, yeah, exactly. I think he might just start thinking about a leave. Get a drink of water real quick.
Okay. So he's hoping to peel partner at 6, which would advance his clip. Remember, he was only allowed to make 3, 4, 5, 6 himself. But if he peels red at 7, he gets to advance the clip. He's using every trick in the book. And he gets it. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay? But he doesn't get a cleaning for that. He just gets to advance his clip. So he's got 1 more shot. Matthew, have you had black? No was the answer. I'm shooting at it. It's a great shot. All right, so he now can decide where he wants black and where he wants his own ball. That was an astounding turn. We'll go through it in a minute. He was able to peel at 7 and advance his clip.
Oh, wow, nice.
That was a good turn. Where are you going to leave him?
That's the question. He's got to peel 9. 4, 8.
Here, talk into the mic while you think about this.
Okay.
Just say those things you just said.
All right, so first off, I have no clue what I'm going to do. Let's start there.
Here, while you're thinking about it, I'll hold this up
Perfect.
so they can see this as
I'm
you,
not sure you needed to state that.
as you think.
He has to peel hoop 9. My one reversal hoop is 8. I doubt that Steven's going to go for a reversal knowing I only have one peel. He might. But my question is where can I put him that makes it the most difficult to peel hoop 9? Unfortunately, it's his second hoop in his break, so he can get a ball there no matter what happens. He can rush it there. So I'm going to try to put him somewhere on the western side of the lawn to make it a little bit more difficult. The issue is that red is also on that side of the lawn. So luckily, blue and red are both inside the box. Might try to put him in hoop 6 on this shot, and if I don't get him in it, he'll be right past it. So we'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Is that the eastern side? You said the western side where red is. I think it's the eastern side. That's west?
Yeah, for a croquet court, that's west. One.
Matthew has completed 1 peel.
Just the one he was given at the beginning that you have not reversed. And he said he wanted to put that in 6, and he came awfully close. Excellent. All right. So, Stephen, can we look at this for 1 minute before you go out?
Oh, yeah, I need it.
Okay. So that was an astounding turn by Matthew. He did a reversal. What else did you do there, Matthew? You advanced your clip. You did a reversal.
And I took him back.
Oh, yes. That's right. He pushed Steven's clip back from 9 to 8, which is a big deal. So Steven needs 5 hoops in order to finish this turn. Instead of making 4 hoops for himself, he did those 4, but also advanced 1 more with a peel. And he did a reversal. And the only thing you didn't do was any of your own peels. Any of your own peels. Okay, so Steven has a chance to finish this turn. But to do so, he's got to convert 9 into a done PT. And he has to make 5 hoops and peg out.
Spoiler.
Okay, so we'll see.
Well,
We'll
I'm
see.
not really going to try.
Okay?
If
But
it
by
comes out perfectly,
doing all this, Matthew will probably make this into at least a 4-turn game per player. That was his goal, to keep Steven away from a 3-turn finish. All right, Mr. Steven, let's see it. You can talk if you want to. That was a great turn.
Thank you.
I mean, if you'd done it, the hat trick would have been a peel, a reverse,
Advance and a
regress.
three of the 4 I'm happy with. I think the thing I'm really happy with is
The regress, right?
the regress was mandatory. That was my first priority, but also the leave is better than I have done so far. All 4 balls are within the box. Yellow is unrushable to 2 back, and this kind of forces him to pick up black, take it to blue, rush yellow to red. And what this does for me is it makes it hard for Steven harder. Let's put it that way. It doesn't make it hard, but it makes it harder to get this peel. He's going to have to send blue to 9 right now, rushing yellow back to red, which is forcing him to take a long rush to his hoop. Obviously, he's 100% capable, but the harder you can make it, the better. And so we'll see what he can do here. But I believe this is going to be a very difficult turn to finish, and not only finish, but
so if you took the counter strategy, said, okay, I'm not going to finish, okay? We then don't have to stress about doing the advance the clip hoop. If you're not
That's
gonna
right.
finish. Because one thing we haven't mentioned yet is after you make hoop 12 in this game, you actually go into what we call wraparound.
That's
You
right.
advance to hoop 1.
That's right. So the thing about this game is, like Howard had just mentioned, is once you score, let's say that Steven makes 4 hoops on this turn. So Steven, it will be for Rover Wicket at that point because he will have made 2 back, 3 back, 4 back, and penultimate, which only leaves him 1 hoop. And so you might be thinking, okay, he's got 1 hoop to get 1 peel. But once you make your first hoop of a turn, if that hoop happens to be Rover Wicket, you then go, your clip then moves to hoop 1, and you are always allotted 4 hoops to score at any point total.
So you can make hoops 1, 2, 3.
So you can make hoop Rover and then 1, 2, and 3, which would be your 4 hoops for that turn, which gives you the same chance to get a peel.
Right, but you don't have to use those 4 hoops. So you always have 4 hoop option in a turn, but you could peg out at any time. So once you're in wraparound, you're in for the wraparound hoop and the peg all the time.
That's right.
And Matthew is hoping that that's what happens.
That's right. As you can see here, from where he's rushed yellow, this is not the same start as both of us have had so far. Most of the time, we've both had a pretty simple rush to our hoop, and not saying Steven won't get this rush. I assume he will, but this has made his first 3 shots more difficult than they've been so far.
And drastically reduce the possibility of getting it all done in one turn, which is drastically small anyway to begin with, even with the friendliest of leaves.
Yes.
Ooh, okay. So remember, Steven is for hoop 8, the blue hoop down here in the left-hand corner. Ooh, once again, we move our body, and we get a bad result. Breakdown here would change everything.
Change completely.
Steven does some housekeeping. Probably some mental housekeeping at the same time. And I think that looks wonderful. Great shot. Great shot. Oh, okay, turn ends. So, let's see what that does, okay? Both Steven and Matthew are for hoop 8, right?
That's better.
All right. And it's like a whole new ball game for Matthew, because Steven...
It's more like if I had a lead, now I don't. Yeah, that was bad. Bad rush.
Okay. But it's unlikely that either player finishes in one turn. So now you need to think through. Steven has an advantage of not having used any of his reversals. Okay. Matthew has only made 1 hoop. What's your focus going to be this turn?
I'm definitely going to go for a peel, but I am going to try to advance myself at the same time. If I can get an advancement and a peel in the same turn, that gives me 2 peels. I'll be for the peg, or excuse me, for hoop 1.
You don't care whether you're for the... As long as you get another turn, you don't care whether you're...
Correct, but I am... That's right, you're right. As long as I get another turn, I really don't care.
Right. I would waste it. I would not do an advancement at this stage. I think we're done with advancements.
Where's my place?
I'm going to start the turn very aggressive. Let's put it that way. And what I mean by that is I think there's a possibility I get 2 peels, an advancement, and a peg out. the chances are slim. But if
An advancement making all 5 hoops and
And-
win the game.
correct.
Win the game, that's right.
correct, so that's my thought. The chances are very, very slim. But I can be fairly aggressive at the beginning, and as long as I'm making hoops and get at least one peel, I feel confident.
Okay, what's cool is you are for hoop 8, and your first peeling hoop is also.
No, that's actually completed.
Oh, that's completed. I'm sorry. You're right. You're right.
So my first peeling hoop is 5.
5. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
Go to it. I had that wrong. Sorry. All right. So first of all, what are you going to move ball-wise? Anything? You have only an option on red.
I don't think he's going to want to move red.
Steven said. He doesn't want to move.
Well, I set up a pretty nice break for him here, so.
Well, you set up for yourself. And you just-
Well, yeah, that's, and then inconveniently for him.
That's also an AC thing that happens, that you come on the lawn in tough ball position, put them all in nice
Well,
position, and end up
I
giving it
mean-
to your opponent.
It's just a bit of an execution error there. Had a decent hoop shot actually.
Oh yeah, you did. You did.
But the rush was really bad. I was very disappointed with my rush there.
You're moving your body and watched.
Yeah, that did happen. I agree.
All right, so Matthew wants to peel red and advance his clip because he's determined to have a chance to finish.
With black right there, I think it's a pretty safe play.
And blue there.
Well, but more specifically because if you were to stuff the wicket and you didn't have a black there, you know, it's
How would you make your hook?
exactly
Right. No, he's got everything. This is very clever.
Yeah, he's got a good chance to finish actually. Oh, let's see, that's the.
So now he's got a very interesting choice.
I think he might try to rush peel. I think he might try to cannon peel and roll to.
To blue. Yeah.
Although I don't know if it's the best idea. We'll see.
Certainly. It's an interesting
It seems aggressive. Could be good though. We'll see.
So black into red to score the hoop, going to blue, which would then be his hoop. Yes, great shot.
Question, Howard. If red had gone out of bounds, what would that have meant?
And a turn.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
If any ball goes out on a croquet shot, is that right? Well, that was a bombard ball, though. Is that true?
Well, that's why I'm asking the question. I don't
In
really know the
AC,
answer.
what's the rule?
I imagine you got to keep the ball in, but I'm not. It's a good test.
Matthew, can we interrupt you 1 second? Ask a rules question. So, great shot, great play, great thinking. Okay, you haven't made a hoop yet. You've advanced a hoop, which is wonderful. Had red gone out of bounds, would that have been end of turn? But the ball, a croquet ball, can hit another ball, and that can go out in AC. Okay, because these are AC rules. Thank you. All right, so here we go.
Been playing too much American rules.
All right, that's his first hoop. Okay, now he needs a peel.
Peeling hoop still 5.
Yes, his peeling hoop is still 5. Do it on the way to 11.
Question about the rules of this game, Howard. So let's say that he finishes his turn and he's maybe for either rover or the peg, and he still needs to complete a peel. So after he makes rover, I understand that he goes back to 1, and then on his next turn he would still have 4 hoops, so he would be able to go from 1 to 4.
Yes.
Okay.
You always have 4 hoops a turn.
So it's like if you're for peg and peg, you're not really for peg and peg, you're for 1 and peg.
Correct. You are always for whatever hoop you're for in wraparound and the peg. He's trying 5.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of. I'm not seeing too much risk. As long as you get a good shot to. Not too happy with the shot.
Yep. I think it's the lawn there, by the way. I hit a couple balls.
Yellow was the more of the concern there.
He hasn't had blue, right? He's had them all? Oh, okay. And he's trying to make hoop 10?
Yep.
We see a big roll coming, guys.
He doesn't like it.
Nah, it's too far.
I'll say that the risk of trying it isn't that great.
The hoop? Oh, he's
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
He's got to try.
Well, you could try to put your ball more defensively, but yeah, it's worth it.
Whoa, almost. All right, turn ends.
Okay, bit of a break for me.
I mean, never even had a chance. Okay. Slightly aggressive. Just a hair.
Steven, let's hold this up for the crowd while you come over here and think about it.
So Steven is now in play. He's still for 2-back, so he needs 1 peel. And if he wants to finish on this turn, he needs a peel and an advancement and a peg out. If he doesn't want to finish on this turn, which chances are not high, he wants to make sure he gets as many hoops as he can. Knowing I only have 1 reversal, if he can get a peel, that puts me in a very difficult spot. Only 1 reversal. I can reverse him once, and then on his next turn, he'll be able to finish with 1 peel and a peg out.
So if he's not going to finish this turn, isn't the most valuable thing to do is your reversal?
Yes.
To make it
One reversal is not really going to help.
Huh?
One reversal doesn't help.
Oh, it does. Because he only
I only have 1 peel.
he only has 1 done.
One reversal, I have to get 3.
He can 3 peels and a peg out to finish. He can't probably can't finish.
Well, my idea is that after he makes 12, he gets to make 1.
But no, he's 9, 10, 11. Oh, yeah, he can have 4 hoops. Still not enough.
The chances I get 3 peels and 4 hoops is not.
That's the question.
Oh yeah, that's a very good point. Yeah.
That's the question.
Right now, I have to get 2 peels and 4 hoops.
And a peg out.
Yeah, I can see that.
So even if you don't get your own peel,
Yeah, I see that.
I think even if Steven doesn't get his own peel, I think the reversal is more important in this case. But at the same time, if he thinks that getting his peel can benefit him, only knowing I only have 1 reversal, then that's his choice. I really think the reversal in this case is much more beneficial.
Much more.
And not only that, my reversal is hoop 8.
Where is it in the process here? The reversal's at 1.
Yes, is at 1, and he is about to score hoop 8. So this is a perfect situation to get his reversal.
Oh, exactly.
If he can get, I think the play here is taking a rush on yellow, loading yellow to 2-back, tapping red, sending red to 3-back, rushing partner to 2-back. So you have 2 balls over there. Partner will be your escape. And hopefully he can get a peel on. It looks like Steven is sending yellow over there, which
you want to reverse. So you need opponent.
Correct. And
8.
yes, I would send, and that's what I said. But you need blue as your escape. Blue will be the ball he scores with, and then he will tap the opponent after the fact. That's right. So blue will be the escape. Red will be the pioneer at 3-back. That's right. Sit down.
Got it.
Huh. So I think that's not exactly how I would have played that. What's his peeling hoop by chance?
9.
So what is he doing? I believe Steven is confused because I have not peeled.
Can we ask what you're doing? No.
I haven't peeled that one yet. That's my peeling hoop currently. 8. You're still okay. You're still okay.
Yeah, we just prevented you wasting a turn.
Yep.
Oh, so it's 1?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would take yellow to 3 back.
Yeah, well, you know, honestly, if I could, it's so
You're still fine.
You're still
I get that.
Yellow to 3 back.
and blue and red.
Rush red back.
group one.
Red to 1. Okay.
You say go yellow to 3 back.
Hear me out. Yellow to 3 back.
Okay.
Rush red back.
Yep.
Red goes to 1. Rush partner over to 2 back. Score.
then I can do the
And then you can do the
reverse.
reversal right there. So you're fine. That's what I just said. I thought that was the play that you were going for. I'm happy to have you. I'm happy to have you try it again if you're okay with that. I have no problem with that.
What?
Yeah, I'll let you start again. I have no problem with that whatsoever.
Okay. All right, so
Just a little confusion. We're gonna restart this turn, just because Stephen was slightly confused about which hoop was my reversal and which hoop is my current peeling hoop. So he thought my current peeling hoop, which is 5, reversal of 12, was the reversal is hoop
9 is
1.
Stevens.
Yes. So he needs to peel his ball through 9. I don't believe so, because for me there's. Oh yes, if he were to peel, you're absolutely right. If he were to peel hoop 4, he would move my clip back. But in this case, with me being where I'm at, a regress doesn't really benefit him in this situation, because if he peels me back 1 hoop, I still have 4 hoops to win, and he can't unless he were to regress me twice, which is pretty difficult.
The super valuable thing here is the reverse.
Yes, the super valuable thing is the reverse. I know you're still fine. So he's going to croquet yellow to 1
Red
and go to red.
to 9.
Yep, red's going to 3 back, and this is the play that I had mentioned about 2 minutes ago. I think this is the correct way to do this, with the ball positions the way they are.
Does he want blue at 9? Because remember, that's his peeling.
Oh, that is his peeling hoop. That does make sense.
Yeah.
So he could have taken. Howard's absolutely right.
Hey,
So he,
Steven? We're sorry, but we're thinking you want blue at 9 and send red over, and have 2 opponents there to get the reversal.
'Cause that's your peeling hoop.
That's your next hoop and your peeling hoop.
Oh, you know, that does make a lot more sense. Sorry.
no, it's okay.
Okay, I'm going to do it this way.
You can still do it. Hit blue. Hit blue.
I think that's the play. It makes it a hard shot. So he's gonna stick to the original plan, and that's the benefit. That's the thing that's so beautiful about this game.
Come over here and talk to us before you. We can't hear you. Steven. Joe, you have the microphone.
Yeah,
Please.
So
Thank you.
these distinguished minds had better ideas for me, but I thought that if I could get yellow over there, I could peel yellow and escape with blue taking it to my hoop, which would give me hopefully a good position as well. So, but I could see where it'd be much easier to get blue in peeling position if it was at 9. Okay.
And that will be your pioneer, back peel, blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's do this, though. This will still be a great play.
Absolutely.
All right, so remember his hoop is 8. Hey, Steven, you could peel blue. You've used yellow? Oh, okay, sorry. He's had all the balls. I'll shut up. No, because once he's peeled it, it advances, but he doesn't have a ball to hit. You only get clean making hoops. You don't get clean peeling. All right, here we go. All right, so Steven is still trying to do the reversal at 1 of yellow. So yellow has made or was given hoop 8 as one of his done peels. Steven wants to send, I guess, blue to 10, go up to yellow, and peel yellow going to red. It's a good pioneer. Can he get the rush on yellow? I'm sure he'll try it.
That's where we at. He made 2 back.
He made 2 back, sent blue up to 4 back.
Okay.
Don't think he's going to try this. I think he's just going to push him over and come back. He's got time. He's got time. Much more important to get hoops done here, to keep the pressure on you.
That's right.
Steven, take a clip, please.
Didn't hear you.
It's fine. So Steven is in fact for 9, having made 8. So 8, 9, 10, 11 are the scheduled hoops. That's a good shot. So he'll make this and go back to yellow. Peel yellow going to blue. Or maybe not. He could just send red over there, send yellow to 11 going to blue, and then just come back after 10.
Well, he might be, one thing he might be doing is sending this, well, that actually might work out even better, because he can just tap yellow, take off the blue, and red is a perfect escape for penultimate.
Don't try the peel now.
Correct. Don't try the peel now. Do a takeoff.
Unless he has a real line.
That's right. Unless and it looks like at the angle he's at, he does not. So I think he's just going to take off, leave it there, and I think that was actually his intention anyway. It hitting Rover was not the end of the world. The red ball.
He was going to rush it south and send it north.
That's right. That's right.
So yellow's back in position.
Yep, yellow's in good peeling position.
The thing that you caught was that red is the escape ball to Rover.
That's right, to penultimate.
To penultimate.
Yes.
11.
That's right, to 11, yeah.
Patty Chapman told me that the CA came out with the idea we're using numbers, not...
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes, yeah.
That's I'm a big fan of that. I've always found it really confusing, especially in American rules, when someone says they're for Rover. What do they mean?
Right.
Because, I've always understood Rover as Rover wicket or Rover as you are a Rover ball. It can have a double meaning. So going to numbers is a much easier way to look at things.
All right. So 8, 9, 10.
Yep, he's going to try to score 10.
Even do it after 11.
Yep, and you'll see him swing at this one with pace. He's trying to get a rush back south. Very good shot. Oh, tough luck. Tough luck. Great shot. Caught blue on the way through, so he's ball in hand. And now this begs the question, what kind of shot do you play? He can play a roll, which would benefit his break, but a roll is a lot less accurate on his placement on yellow. And in this case, yellow is so important. I think a takeoff is necessary. If you feel really confident in your roll, then that's okay, but I still think in this case the reversal is so important that you probably want to play.
Get blue back after 11 with your last hoop to set the lead.
That's right.
So I see no benefit of getting blue really in the lawn right now.
He looks
Risk
like.
not getting the yellow.
That's right. That's right. You can't risk not getting the yellow. Now, never mind. I was thinking of an option. The thing about this game, allowing you to peel either opponent ball. You can rush red. Yep. You can rush red, and it makes for actually a much easier escape. As far as you're going to be right behind the yellow ball, it's going to be a longer peel attempt, but your control getting to your escape is there. So Steven is actually playing this as a really wide split, which allows him to get a lot of distance on the black ball, but also control the black ball better. Looks like a pretty good shot. He might have a 4-yarder at yellow, 5-yarder at yellow, 4-yarder, and 5-yarder. And so the question here is what?
Hit red, roll it over there, and just use yellow, and do
Yep.
it after 11. I think that's what he's doing here.
So he can make one more hoop. He can make hoop 11.
He's just going to go to 11 with red.
Yeah,
Okay.
he looks like he's going to take.
Too.
Yeah, that was a very good possibility of him rushing that down to 11, but.
Because then he could just have the peel going to black or to blue or to red. But all right, here we go.
So he knows that my hoop is 4 back, or excuse me, 10, and because of that, I believe he's planning for the possibility of getting this peel after 11, but also notice how all 4 balls hopefully are going to be on the west side of the lawn, which allows him to make me in a slightly difficult position. Ooh.
He didn't hit it, did he?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yep. Close.
So
But
what's he complaining about?
um,
No. Oh, he's not going to finish.
he's not going to.
He's just taking the peel.
It looks that way.
So he can jaws here and then rush
Ah,
here.
that's right. That's right. That's right. So he's going to jaws this. Ah, okay. This is interesting play here. And this is what this game provides. So many options.
Yeah. What's the difference between 11 or 12?
That's right.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
absolutely. There's no difference between 11 and 12. You still get your 4 hoops regardless.
You might get a better lead.
You might get a better leave. So he's going to go for a jaws here and then a scatter peel.
So then earlier we were panicking about can we get a 5th hoop. Now suddenly we don't give a shit about sorry.
That's right. No, that's right. It doesn't matter anymore. That's the thing about this game is the regressing is very valuable in the first 2 turns. Once you get through
Or progressing.
or progressing, but once you get towards past 8, really anything past 8, there's really no benefit of past 9. Once you get past 9, there's really no benefit of a regress.
If Steven can't really jaws it, as long as he gets it in front, he can still try to bombard it with black.
Nice.
You get it?
Yep.
Ooh. Wonderful. But is that end of turn? Yeah, because he went out. Okay. So let's put this up here.
Yep.
And Steven used a reversal. Okay, so let's go through. Mind going over here? You're going to be talking about what you're going to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So Steven used a reversal, right? So I've got that. We took off your Gone Forever.
Gone forever.
Steven is now for hoop 11. He still needs 1 peel to finish, and he's got to make it to the peg. So he's in a very similar position he was last time, excepting that he removed your completed. See, so for you to finish now, you're on 10, but you can go 10, 11, 12, 1. So there are 4 hoops for sure. Progressing or regressing has no benefit to either of you at all. Your goal is 3 peels and a peg out.
3 peels and a peg out. I actually think with where my reversal hoops are, I have 11 and 6, which is the same hoop. And so I do think I'm going to go for a reversal because I can kind of just throw balls at that hoop and figure it out. Yep.
But you can only do one.
I can only do one. I should have saved 2 because I could have done back-to-back right next to each other.
We kept telling you about
I
it.
did not put that together. But regardless, I need 3 peels. And the issue becomes, once I get this first peel, where will the second one be?
One of the wonders of the game is you don't know. Now, if you remembered everyone that had been reversed and everyone that's been used, you could figure out where it might be. But it's irrelevant until you get it.
That's right.
Go do it.
We've peeled 2 or 1 back.
Go ahead.
I was saying I don't think we've peeled 2 or 1 back,
I'm
so
going to tell you what's in the bag.
I can see the numbers. I can see the numbers.
In the bag?
No, outside of
Yeah,
them. Yeah.
what's stuff?
It's okay. We'll leave it a mystery.
So the game totally changes flavor when everybody's going to get into wraparound, which is where you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have done a lot of things different that turn if I had thought about it a little bit more. I kind of got going before really thinking it through. I also forgot how many hoops I had made, so I thought I had made 4 when I'd only made 3.
Oh, but it doesn't matter.
Did I make 3 or 4? I'm actually not sure. No, 3. Yeah.
You had 11 to make, and you didn't make it. You made 3.
Yeah.
All right. So meanwhile, back at the ranch, Matthew's clip is on 10. I can't see it. Where's the blue? Where's his clip?
His clip is for 4 back.
Okay. Are there 2 clips on 4 back? No, yours is. Okay. I
Yeah,
can't.
I'm for penalty. He's for 4 back.
Okay. Here we go.
So he's going to try to peel 5 right away.
Yes, 5 is still his peeling hoop.
This looks pretty good. He'll perhaps get 1 peel done before he makes a hoop. It looks like he'll have a good chance to get 1 peel done before he even makes his first hoop.
So in this game, there's always a possibility of rushing a ball and peeling.
You could even get 2 peels before 1 hoop if you rush peeled it. Oh, that's going to slow him down.
All right, so now he's got.
Good shot, though.
Now I think he focuses on reversals because he's 410.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably try one more. He'll definitely. I think he'll definitely try that peel going to 11.
But he wants to get at least one opponent at 11 for the reverse,
Yeah, which will be.
which would be blue.
Yeah. And yeah, it'll be blue for sure.
Ah,
Oh, we're not.
he's not.
Nope.
It's going to be the escape to
Well,
11.
blue will still go to 11 eventually.
Right. We just said the same thing. All right, needs a rush on black to 10.
Very nice rush.
Good shot. Very good shot. Okay. Ten is made. He can make 10, 11, 12, and hoop 1. Takes off to yellow.
He wanted more out of that one.
Yeah. Is he going to send black down here for the...
I was expecting a takeoff, but we'll see.
Because remember, 10, 11, 12, so he needs a pioneer here, too. Oh, would you like to see the board?
Anticipating what your next peel might be?
Yep.
Yeah, I presumed it would be either 1 back or 2.
I think it might be 12. I'm hoping it's 12.
Well,
If
that's
you get
certainly-
5
you
and
have
there's
a-
12, it's great.
Right, but
1,
also you
5.
need a pioneer at 12 anyway, so sending a partner down here.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out, kind of base it on what I think it might be. You're right, it could be 2 or 1 back. So I think I'm going to try to leave this ball kind of peg high. And so
I'm going to try to leave this black ball near the peg so that it can be an escape to anything, really. we'll see what happens.
So it's cool. Matthew is trying to guess.
Counting cards.
Yeah.
He's counting cards.
Yeah.
Which is a good idea.
Comes down here to yellow. Remember, he wants to peel yellow. Yeah, okay. Has to cut yellow. Has to cut yellow to position. Do the peel and escape to 11 with blue. And then do the reversal at 11 or 6. Didn't get it. So all his musing about what the next peel will be, can't find that out until you make this one. Okay. I don't know if that's rush peelable. We'll find out.
Not so sure.
Thank you. Okay, up to 11. Which does he want to do? He'd rather reverse at 11 going to black, wouldn't he? So make this, knock it back, and peel it going to black?
I can see that, yeah.
Because remember, he's got his choice. 11 and 6 are both.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to try it straight. Why?
I guess he doesn't really like where black is in relation to peeling blue going through 11 or through 6.
Oh, I see. He really wants to come to yellow
Mm-hmm.
and use black
It
to
could
get
cause some problems.
yellow going
It could cause some problems.
to black to make 12?
This is a
Straight.
he needs this one.
Yeah. Well, he can jump.
Absolutely. Oh. Can't really see where red is either.
I don't think he can make it. Yeah, we'll see. Nope. Okay.
Well,
So his clip ends on 11. Yeah, let's go at this. So both clips are on 11.
I
Okay.
need 9.
You need 9. You need 9. And
Done 5 peels and have yet to peel my own ball.
Steven, this should be pretty easy, right?
Well, I have to peel 9, so there's a little bit.
Why don't you
Let me. I think I can set red. Oh, it only goes up to 8.
can't you rush black and try the peel immediately?
Of course, yeah. But I might actually like.
Rush red over, then rush black and try the peel? Going to
I think it's better to be patient with the peel.
and establish the break?
I do definitely want to get a ball over.
Okay, but I think you really want to get the peel done before 12 so that you've got the time to do the peg out.
Better for me to keep blue at the hoop and get a good rush after 11. Yeah, that's what I would do.
Okay, so he said it'd be good to leave blue at 11, so he'll play black. And he'll go to red, right? Okay.
Well, that was not ideal.
Yeah, I did the reverse peel at 1 and don't know if there's another reverse peel at 1. Oh, he doesn't have any.
I do not have any reversals.
So I can't do a reversal until
He's got no peel?
I have no peels.
At the beginning of a game, while we gave people at least one, so that there was a reversal.
That's right. So Steven's question was he was looking at the board trying to find out if there was a reversal option, and due to the fact that I have 0 peels, done peels, there is no option for reversal. I started the game with a peel. As the game starts, you are given, each person is given a peel, but Steven has since then reversed it, and I have not covered that ground since then. So Steven's goal here is he is starting on hoop 11. He has 4 hoops to make, 11, 12, 1, and 2. The option to make 4 hoops, I should say. The question here becomes, how can he get this peel? And he wants to, you don't want to rush it. I would as well. I think what he's going to do is break this yellow ball loose, take off to red, send red to 3 back, or hoop 9, excuse me, as he approaches blue, which then gives him an escape ball that hopefully he can get a rush out of. I'll tell you what would be very interesting. I'm not sure if Steven's going to do this, but one option would be to roquet yellow to start, send yellow as a reception to 11 as you go to red, send red to hoop 9 at going to blue, and then that allows you to hit yellow first out of 11, get a very controlled rush on blue to 9, and you have the red ball as your escape ball to 12. And that gives you a very good controlled peel attempt, but also at the same time doesn't sacrifice your break. So the only difficult shot he's putting himself in that situation is a slight load and hold, not really even a load and hold at 11, but just getting the ball a little bit down court, the blue ball. So let's see what he does. He started by rotating yellow, and
Does he see putting it up there as reception?
yeah, that's the question. It looks like he's going to take off.
He's gonna take off the red.
So, but the option's still here, Howard. Yellow can now be your escape ball to 12.
Yes.
Red goes to your reception at hoop 11.
Yep.
The options are endless here. As long as you can get a controlled rush on blue to 9, yellow is a great escape ball
Yes.
for Rover Wicket. So let's see what he does. I had a very interesting situation down there, by the way. I had a really tough angled hoop shot, at 11. But I think I could have made the hoop carrying off of blue. But if I do that, I have no reception because blue would have been at least 8-9 yards east, and I'd have had to hit an 8 or 9 yarder.
And at this stage, making the hoop doesn't matter.
Exactly. At this stage, making the hoop doesn't matter. And so I didn't want to put myself in that situation after the fact. So it looks like he's double loading 9. He doesn't look very happy with that. It's fine. No issues whatsoever. He was worried about a wire on blue, but he can clearly see the left-hand side. So
that was a good shot if you want to say red to 9 and
Yes,
go blue.
yes.
Your idea of making it reception, so it gives you just one more
it gives you that
play
extra.
on
Yep,
blue.
and it gives you more control on this blue ball. I think he's going to be able to send this blue ball deep enough to get a rush, but how long is the rush going to be? How straight is the rush going to be?
But it
You
also
don't know.
stresses the shot.
Correct.
rather
The
than
shot
not.
has a lot of stress on it instead of the ability to get a really controlled rush.
Right. And he wouldn't have needed a rush at all on the ball, the reception ball.
That's right.
there.
That's right. Just needs to be able to hit it.
That's a very clever play, too.
It's a different way to
load and
think about it. It's a
hold.
load and hold. That's exactly right. So as you can see,
We're defining a load and hold as not using as your first ball the ball you last used to make your hoop. So there's still no urgency. Remember, it's 11, 12, 1, 2 he's got to make here. So if he gets blue over there, goes back to make 12, comes back over, gets the peel, and goes and makes 1, he can still peg out.
Yep.
So this is fine. Oof, too bad. Yeah. Go make 12. Is he going to send it to 1? And Peel going to 1? Is he going to leave an escape ball?
I think I would leave it there.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, that's fine. He can peel for 9 going to 1, but it's
I think that ball is slightly too much south. If you're going to be peeling hoop 9, you want it a little bit more that way. Yeah, 6 feet more north. And it's not in a bad position. You're just leaving yourself probably a 5-6 yarder at that ball as opposed to getting a controlled rush. But everybody has their preferences.
so Stephen makes hoop 12, but we just keep going. We wrap around back to hoop 1. So he's made 11 and 12. He can make 1 and 2 this turn. So he still would love to get the peel done now. Go make hoop 1, come back and peg out. He doesn't have to make 2. He can just peg out. But he can rush blue up there, go make 2, and then come back and peg him out if he needs to. So it'd be nice to get this peel done now.
Even more of a reason to leave red as a escape ball at hoop 9 is that you can try a soft peel, which if it gets stuck in the jaws, you are thrilled. You can score 1, come back, put it through, score 2, and the game is pretty much closed out.
Yeah,
and
like right here. Yeah, how do you, this is a tough peel.
this is a tough peel, and I think what Steven's going to do here is just leave it and play for 1 peel attempt on the way to yellow will be his escape to 2, and just commit to making sure that he'll make that peel. So the funny thing about this turn is pegging out after 2. That's right. The funny thing about this turn is it started where he had a ton of time, loads of time, and now we're getting into the point where he hasn't even tried a peel attempt. He'll only get one attempt at this, and
Maybe enough.
it may be enough.
That's the story of the rover peel for people in triples.
Yep, that's right.
Or the penult peel. Do you wait to do it till on the way to 10?
What's he doing?
Steven, you're for 1.
Yep. I wondered why you were driving it into the corner. So just a little confusion about what wraparound is. He is planning on making this hoop. If he can get a rush back towards corner 4, that'd be great. Not only for the sake of getting a controlled rush on blue, but also after he makes 2, if he gets this peel, he needs the red ball in the vicinity to be able to hit red first and then peg out.
Yep.
Nice hoop. All right, and we're down to, he has 1 hoop to score. Still needs a peel. And what else? Yep, it all comes down to this next shot. If he can get a good peel attempt, get a good rush on blue, 1 good rush on yellow down to hoop 2, and game should be over. No, yellow is a little bit too much south. Ideally, you would actually want to probably rush blue back slightly to make it an easier attempt here, but it looks like he's wired himself on blue. Oh, my word.
Well, now he should be happy just getting the peel. Getting it done and forcing you to do what you might do.
Yeah.
Now, he can also peel going to that hoop, but there's nothing to be gained.
Nothing.
So he should just get this done. But you still need 3 hoops, 3 peels.
3 peels.
And you're out of reversals? You have 1, okay. Which you'll use.
Thank God it's 11 and 6.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the hoop that I'm playing. So. Say that again. Luckily, 2 of my reversals currently, if he makes his peel, I'll have 3 reversal options. But right now, the 2 reversal options for me are hoop 6 and hoop 11. And so, fortunately, those are both the exact same hoop in opposite directions. And so, as long as I get, very much like last turn, as long as I get balls around the hoop, it allows me the opportunity to get at least get that reversal.
Okay.
So he's scored the peel.
He needs to move blue. Because you can reverse it.
Yep.
And which you
Luckily,
will.
he's blocked it. No, he turns over. That wasn't your hoop.
Your hoop is 2.
I just got really confused about 2 back and 3 back there.
Oh, you were thinking your hoop was 3 back.
Yeah, when you correct. Yeah.
Okay. So he scored 1, and we had corrected him to make sure that he didn't score 2 back, but then he went on to score 3
Just
back.
got a little confused with my hoop right there.
Yep.
Can we fix that? Is that all right, or you want to?
I don't care. Not at all. I do think.
No, I messed up. I don't really.
All right, fine.
So the balls are.
The balls are where they are.
Yep.
I would have liked a little bit of a rush there, and I mean, honestly, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Can you rush peel?
Well,
Whack.
I don't deserve that.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right, so let's see where we are, guys. Okay.
Yeah, I would have done that totally differently.
All right, so Steven got the peel. Okay. He does not have a current. If Matthew reverses him, Steven will then get back.
Hasn't he already used all his reverses?
Huh? No, he has one more.
Oh,
Yeah, he has one more. So Steven left his ball right through the hoop. Okay? So
I'd like to point out there was no logic to what I was doing.
No. It was a mistake. But if Matthew can just rush peel black through, he can then croquet black and keep him in the break. Okay?
Yeah.
Thanks.
But that will use up his single reversal, which Steve wants.
At the end of the day, it's okay, because if I can make him use his reversal, it was a bad mistake because I definitely got confused with you could see the whole time I thought I was going for 2 back and 3 back, which I have no idea why. But if I can if I can make him use his reversal, I have 4 hoops to do 1 peel. So as long as he doesn't finish, naturally. No, yeah, I get it. As long as he can't finish, I feel okay.
Okay. Yeah, and you've got 2 reversals, so he should not be able to finish. So I think he has to reverse you. Otherwise, doesn't have to reverse you with this hoop.
Interesting enough, I think getting my peel was very important in that there's a high likelihood that the next peeling clip, which I think we need. Did we pull that yet?
Why should we pull?
Because I got a peel.
Yeah, you have 3.
Oh, okay. So when he reverses me, if he reverses me, then do I get my next peeling clip?
Yes, immediately.
So I think it would be interesting to consider the order of peels. For example, if he does a reverse peel now, there's a good chance I get 2 or 1 back, which will be my clip.
Here we go. Okay. So let's stop, please, because we have to. Okay, so.
Or 3, so I have a
Ready?
good chance.
Matthew used his final reversal, and he reversed this.
Yeah, give him the mic.
Sorry. So Matthew used his final reversal, which eliminates this peel. Please get one more.
3. Perfect.
Okay. So Steven gets a current, which is 3.
These are all mixed up now.
Take a moment.
2, 3.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the good news for Steven is Matthew's out of reversals.
Also,
Right.
I get the peeling hoop on 3, which is a good one for me.
Did we do that right? Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, we picked 3.
Okay. But Matthew's colors were red, right? So don't we have the wrong
I mean,
reversals?
You might have been pulling the wrong reversals.
So
We can
you
fix
you
that.
still have 2 reversals. All right. So, and you're playing blue and black.
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got this wrong, Matthew. Let's at least get this right. All right, go ahead, Matthew. Sorry. So the answer at the moment is that Steve has 2 left. All right. Sorry about that.
No worries.
All right. If you put that in the bag, that's gone forever. 11.
This is not penalt in this game.
Okay, you still have 2 W's, right?
2 reversals.
As blue. Here, you talk for a minute.
All right. So in my mind, I'm thinking as long as I get another turn, I have a good chance to finish, because with my hoop being 2, which I'll remember this time, and the next one being 3, a lot of time to set up the peel there. Matthew still needs to peel 5, so.
He said that.
Oh, I don't know if he was able to. Don't know if he's able to approach his hoop there. Looks possible. Nice shot. All right. So this might go to 1.
So Matthew is coming over here trying to guess.
Being 2 or 1 back.
7 or 12.
Yeah.
I believe are the options. 2, 7, 12, and I think 10.
Yeah.
2, 7, 12, 10. Those are
2, 7, 12, 10 are unused.
75% chance that he's gonna like the hoop. If it goes 12 and then 2 and then 7, he could finish.
Yeah, 12 would be wonderful, because remember, 5 is his last one.
Yeah.
So it's even possible if he rush peels it through 5 and can croquet peel it through 12.
If the blocks played right, then the world was against me. 1 out of 4.
He's going to come tell his strategy.
I'm going to put black about where my mallet is at, because there's 4 cubes left, 2, 7, 12, and 10. And that can be an escape for 2, 7, and 12. If it's 10, I am SOL. So we're just going to assume that it's not 10.
What's the L stand for? No.
So we're going to make Bob pull out the next one for him out of the
should
bag. Not yet. Not yet.
Well, let's see him make 5 first.
Needs the rush on red. Ooh, a little far. Needs the cut rush on.
I'm not sure he's going to get that right away.
No. Cut rush on red, but I don't think it's going to happen.
The that is that it makes him run an extra hoop.
So what?
Well, then he runs out of hoops. If he was able to get that before, he'd know his next peeling.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
not in.
Yeah. So the likelihood of his finishing, which was small to begin with, goes down. Mm.
That's okay. Get stuck on that 5. What's impossible? I know. I was saying that wasn't.
You're also for 11, though, aren't you? You're for 11?
No,
You made 11. Okay, I haven't seen your clip. Okay. But he's still got a lot of work to do too. So I'd do what you could.
I would actually consider making a leave that time.
Well, that's another thought, to make a
I would
draconian
make,
leave
yeah,
of some sort.
I don't want to think about that. Oh, well, you still have black, and his next one's 1, so I don't think that was as big a deal.
So he's still trying to peel 5, right?
He is still trying to peel 5.
Is he trying to bombard it?
I don't know. I think he's being unnecessarily aggressive here, but we'll see. if it could be the best shot ever. Certainly good to have on tape.
He could be trying to get an extra hoop. But
Well,
I don't know why he'd
no,
want
I
it.
don't think that's it. I think it's just a peel.
Well, if he could get it such
Because
that
there's
he's
no
down.
reason he couldn't just get in position on red and then peel it going to 1. So he's definitely trying for something extra. He tried for something extra there.
Yeah.
And you know what? Maybe. Oh no, I don't understand it.
So he could have tried to peel a 12 to gain an extra hoop, right?
Oh, for his turn.
For his turn.
Interesting.
So he
Peel at 12.
do a progress hoop.
Yeah, he would need to do the rush peel the 12, then peel it back to really begin. You know.
Yeah, maybe. 1.
Well, I'm feeling pretty good that he's made 3 hoops with no peels. Although I really liked the effort on that last one. Very creative idea. No, he's definitely going for the leave now.
So it'd be
Rushable to 1, so that's not rushable to 2 rather. So
quite amazing. I don't think it'll happen, but for Matthew to finish without having made 1 peel.
he's made peels, but not on his own.
Not on
It wouldn't have
scheduled peels, if you
No.
will.
Vegas would have lost that bet.
Trying again.
And then he's going to 2 now.
With
something
blue?
I forgot about. Interestingly enough, being in the jaws here is kind of a tough spot for me, so I wouldn't be surprised if he just did that.
Well, if he gets in the jaws and go to blue, he can come back from blue
Yeah.
and just rush peel it and call it a day.
He does want to peel, but I'm of the belief that the leave is more important here. Oh man. Oh, that's gonna be tough.
That hoop has been miserable because of the
Oh, okay. So
the mound.
He's just gonna try and get in the jaws here, which he did.
All right. One more time. Let's
If
take
he
a look.
rushes me through my peeling hoop, I get the peel, correct?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Which isn't really that big a deal for me.
All right. So Matthew has yet to do anything with his original peeling hoop
Done 6
at.
peels and no peels for myself.
Exactly. Okay. Steven comes on the lawn. Steven, what hoop you for? You're for 2, right? Okay. Can you please move Matthew's clip
Yes, thank you.
to 2 as well? Okay, so both balls are for 2. Both are in wraparound. Steven still needs to get a peel at 3, which is along his break, and peg out for the win. Let's see if he can do it. Thank you.
Yeah, I killed myself
Okay,
on that rush.
that's fine. Thank you.
Good to see you, Howard.
Been fun, right?
Oh, I know it's a fun. I want to watch you, Matthew.
Thanks, Bob.
Enjoy it. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for your help.
No, I'm on my own.
That would have been a good.
Crazy attempt. Let's start there. To try and cannon peel from an angle. But I only had 2 hoops to get 3 peels. So it was impossible to peg out. I could have done 1 peel at each hoop and then done another peel on the third after I'd scored the last hoop, but then you can't peg out. And so I figured it was irrelevant.
So we were thinking, had you been able to rush peel 5, then you could immediately
I hope it's
rotate it
12.
through for an extra stroke, for an extra hoop
Mhm.
at 12.
Uh-huh.
Maybe.
There was so much. The whole problem is because I did the reversal, and I had to. Steven actually, we were talking about leaves yesterday, earlier today. Because Steven's balls were both so close to that hoop, it forced me to take partner to 11, which doesn't seem like that big of a deal. But I needed to peel partner at 12, at 5. And so that kind of forced my hand and made my peeling turn a lot more difficult.
So Steven has sent a ball to 3.
Yep.
Partner, because that's where he wants to do his final peel, which is hoop 3. he is 4-2. So if he gets it done, has a back peel at 3. Okay. The big deal now is getting to the 2 off of red.
Yep.
A little long.
Slightly long on his takeoff. Should be okay. Good cut. As long as you get somewhere slightly west of the hoop, you're all right. Oh, great cut. Might be a little short, but
Kept his head down.
he did. Kept his head down on that one. And here's the beauty of AC. Just throw it out there, roll up, get somewhere within 5 feet, and just run it to the boundary. Obviously, Steve wants something a little bit closer than 5 feet, but in this case, with how far he is on his roll-up, I think he's going to play back a little bit, keep his turn in order. He knows he has partner as a peelie at 3.
And he's got plenty of hoops.
He has plenty of
4,
hoops.
5.
Plenty of hoops. As long as he keeps his turn in order.
Turns on this.
That's right. That's a great shot. That's a great shot. Great.
All right. So now he should come down and get yellow.
He should. Once again, Steve has been very unfortunate on his hoops as far as the down court rushes. If he gets he hit that pretty firm. If he gets to the boundary there and is able to rush red south, that makes his turn very easy going into 3.
He'd like red at 4.
He would like red at 4. And so if he's able to rush red just south of yellow, he can load red at 4, rush yellow down to black.
Or he could use red as the escape to 4.
It looks like that's what I think he's actually going to just stay here and use red as the escape to yellow and then take yellow to 4.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yes. Nope, he's going to yellow.
No, he's staying here.
Okay.
That's good shot. So you don't have to be greedy here. No straight peel. But with red where it's at, he's very capable of getting. The hard thing around these hoops, though, and it's definitely something worth to be mentioned, is there's slight mounding. More than slight. I was trying to be generous. There is mounding around the hoops, and so when you want to rush a ball back in the same direction it came from, so Steve's going to be trying to rush this to. I think he's made a mistake again. His peeling hoop is 3, correct? That looks really, really in line with where the wicket's at. And he doesn't.
Steven! Yeah, your peeling hoop is 3 too. We thought you'd leave that up there. All right.
So you're
We
fine.
thought you would have back peeled.
Your peeling hoop is 3. You need to peel it through this way. Yes. Yeah. So Steven has made the same mistake 3 or 4 times now.
Forgivable ones.
Forgivable ones. But
Yeah, so send it back there. Go make the hoop. Go make 4. Send red back.
yeah. So he's made it.
Take off the yellow. Whatever.
He's made it a lot more difficult on himself here. You see that ball curl? Look at that. Look at that. That ball started on the left side of the hoop and ended up about 6 inches to the right side of the hoop. And that's kind of what I mean is when you, even if he was going for the back peel,
Yeah,
it's
hard.
difficult to place the ball directly beside the hoop and expect it to stay in line with where you rush it,
Unfortunate.
which is unfortunate. I would leave it there.
Red would be for 5.
He just needs to, play red as an escape for 5. It looks like he is not doing that.
So we could put it down here.
Yep, and then just play a
And
death roll.
to
Yep,
it.
yep. Play a long roll peel. It's all about. This is more about comfortability. Whatever you're comfortable with. I prefer to do all peels as a drive. regardless of angle, regardless of where I need to go. Some people prefer the roll, and the reason for that, for me myself, is draw. Is if I can make the draw consistent every single time, then it's a lot easier to gauge. Whereas when you do a roll peel versus a draw peel, or excuse me, a drive peel, the draw is completely different. So the more consistent you can make it, the more comfortable you can make yourself, I think lines up for a better chance to be successful. He's taking off the yellow. He's going to score hoop 4. And things are getting interesting. We've had a couple of, yesterday we had a couple of 3-turn games. Very quick, very orderly. And today we are in turn 5 or turn 6, I believe.
Second.
Peeling clips would be helpful.
Peeling clips would be helpful. Wimp.
I feel you the first 2 times you made that mistake. Times 3 and 4, I don't know.
All right, let's see if he can make this hoop. Be lovely to get the rush back up to black. Peel black, go into red. Go make 5, and come and peg out black. Black will be on the right side, correct side, because he's peeling him through 3. It's much more difficult if he's peeling him at 10. Makes the peg out much harder. Good shot. So we'll definitely break for lunch after this.
Okay.
He might want to leave yellow there to help with the escape to the peg. Okay. Peel going to red. We won't stop after this peel. We'll let Steve just keep going. Peel done. But not a very good rush on red. Remember, he's for hoop 5. And wrap around. So he wants to make 5. Use red to go to yellow to go to black to peg out. So he's got to do this takeoff first. Wow. Good shot. That's where the mound might have helped, and so he rolled up and rolled down. Nice hoop. I think I would just hit yellow at this point, or is red that much shorter? Okay, I couldn't tell the distance. Matthew says it's shorter to red. Okay.
One thing that I definitely want to mention is yesterday Steven and I talked about Steven thought that the person that went first had an extreme advantage. And I think in this game, regardless of execution, it is proved that there is no one advantage either way. You can, I think you're given more opportunities for variations of reversals and peels as the second person, which takes away the advantage of the first person being able to go first and get their 4 hoops before the second person plays. Just to debunk that theory.
Good.
Steven might still have that opinion, but that's for another day.
Don't screw it up, Steven. We're hungry for lunch. And all right, Steven, come over. We'll talk for 1 second, then we'll quit for lunch.
Very good. 6 turns.
I'll give it to the two of you for impressions, and then we'll get a bite to eat.
All right.
Let's speak to the winner first. Let's see what his thoughts are.
Well, my immediate thought is that I'm going to practice some rushes when I get a chance because they have not been good at all. But the roll-ups have made up for that, so that's good. Well, I definitely kept forgetting what was going on. There's a lot going on in this game, and I think that was really just situational. I think I'll get it together in the future. But it's a fun game. If you enjoy peeling and creating sequences that aren't typical to the standard association game, then this is a really fun game. So I really enjoy. I also really enjoy the interactiveness. With only 4 hoops per turn, you know that you're gonna not be sitting waiting for too long. You'll get to try. So, and then there's so many different strategy options in regards to reverse peels, peeling yourself, peeling them back through a hoop so they have to make more hoops. There's just a lot of options. I chose to focus primarily on just getting my peels done and my hoops done, and then trying to force him to use up his reverse peels so that eventually, once I had a lead with the hoops, that evaporated at some point. But then I guess the clips just fell into place for me. So those are my thoughts for now.
Yeah, and to Steven's point there, I think I had the exact opposite approach, and that kind of leads into who goes first and who goes second. I think the approach has to be different because once the first person gets to hoop 4, and depending on how many peels they've done in their first turn, you can choose your line of play as, okay, I want to make sure that I regress him a hoop, or I want to make sure that I get a reversal. Or I could have taken the same line as Steven as, okay, I'm going to make sure I get my peels and figure it out as the game goes on. I took a more aggressive approach as I was trying to get a regress, a reversal, and a peel all in the same turn every single time. As you can see by the 0 peels underneath my column, it did not work out. And so I think the next time we do this here in a little bit, I will have a different approach. And we'll see how that plays out. But I do think that, as Steven said, I think the one takeaway that there is no doubt 100% is that there is so many different options. You can play so many different ways, not only throughout one entire game, but throughout one turn to the next. One turn you can play super aggressive, go for different things, and the next turn you can play a conservative. I'm going to get 4 hoops, maybe get a peel, and go from there. So I think the options are unlimited. So really enjoyed it.